Adoption of agenda, 2.1 recommendation.
The council adopt the agenda as presented.
Second. Discussion? All in favor? Adoption of minutes, 3.1 recommendation.
The council adopt the minutes from the regular council meeting held on May 20th, 2020.
Second. Discussion. There was something in my report that's missing. I think missing?
I went by your paper.
Huh?
I went by your paper.
Let's just have a
You read.
Yeah, I guess that's good.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Okay. All in favor? Introduction of late items. I got results real quick. Okay. 9.11 is Emergency Community Support Fund, COVID-19 relief for charities in our community. And late items 9.12 is PC, same thing. It's a community housing fund and indigenous housing fund. And then we have the chicken petition done by Danielle Beach and Jessica Eckert. Thank you for your efforts. That's 9.13. And then 9.14 is Nadine Daniel's letter to the village over planting trees in her notes' boulevard. And we'll do that discussion. Public hearing none, delegations none, unfinished business arising from the minutes, 7.1 recommendation.
The council approved the letter from Mrs. Ross Grady to approve.
No seconder?
Second.
Discussion.
It's cute.
It is.
It's wonderful. All in favor?
Good job.
New business, 8.1 recommendation.
The council accept the signed financial statements as information.
Second, discussion, all in favor? 9.1 recommendation.
The council received reports from the animal control bylaw officer as information.
Second, discussion.
Probably had it is.
I've just had a little too many complaints about his, people feel he's empowered. So maybe you can have a discussion with him, Chris.
Isn't that part of the job?
Well, I know, but maybe we could send him out to some training on how to deal with this. So, me too, send me too.
I think any discussion on that line should be in camera.
Okay. Thank you. 9.2 recommendation.
The council received a letter from the district of Sandwich as information.
Second. Discussion. Is there anything here that you guys see? CN, Chris, did you find out when those signs are gonna go up? Because I understand that there's people 4x4ing in the CN property, leaving smoking dope, parking up there.
I was under the impression they were already up, Your Worship. I haven't had a chance to drive by and check, but I did receive an email over the holidays that they were supposed to be going up, well, when I was on holidays last week. So I can double check.
Because I told the resident that, because they're playing loud music and all that.
Yeah.
Kind of stuff, the party in there. And I just told the resident, I gave him the CN number to, then the CN police can come out and deal with it. And I also told her to call the RCMP.
Yeah.
9.6 and
Okay, go ahead, sir.
the COVID-19 response grant, Community Futures through NELP has applied for grants for nonprofit organizations, and we have several in our municipality. I'm thinking the Legion, the Food Bank, Cooskookie Community Church. They should be directed to apply for this because, okay, the second church. Doesn't matter who, as long as they're a registered nonprofit. There may be some out there that I'm not even aware of. But there's money out there, and they should apply for it because maybe money's gonna be tight a year from now or whatever.
So, do we send them a letter letting them know about this?
Well, this is what you want, what do you want to do? How do you,
Yeah.
newsletter,
Or you can just send them a copy of this?
Put it in the newsletter, put it on our website, put it on our Facebook page, get it over on the bulletin board.
It doesn't have to be in by a certain time?
Yes.
I thought it had to be a certain time. June something, or wasn't it?
there's two.
There's
One
no
is-
deadline on this one.
There's two of these.
There's two opportunities, but they can reach out to Community Futures and they can help them.
Yeah.
Once,
So we have the 9.11 Emergency Community Support Fund, that's also through them too.
Yeah.
And then this, Dear Local Government Leader one is also through them, and then we have this one, the Council COVID-19 Response Grant available. So there's three things. And then,
June 29th.
Yeah. I knew there was a date on it.
That's for the United Way one.
okay, let's get to the petition. I'm pretty excited that these girls actually went out and did this.
All the rest is for info?
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for the 9.14. So, these are all people that, me and Marlene are excluded on here because we are council, but hey, we signed it. There's one property that's, one person that signed two properties, so we can't accept that one, but, I feel that, we should be able to move ahead with this petition.
Yeah,
What do
we
you
made
guys
the
think?
effort.
They made the effort, they're passionate.
I understand there was a petition online for the against.
It's not out, we never got a copy of it, they never got it.
Okay.
So this is all we got. So, what do you guys want to see?
I would like it very simply stated what kind of chicken coop they would require
In the bylaw?
in the bylaw.
And how many?
And how many chickens and,
So how many chickens would you prefer? This Dawson has 6, I would say 4.
I voted against it, so.
Okay. Ken?
You have chickens, don't you?
You're on an acreage.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, to know how to take care of.
No
all the
roosters?
chickens.
The, no roosters,
Yeah, no kidding.
so hens. And you know what, I'm thinking 4 is a good number.
Okay. But it has to coincide with the bylaws.
Bylaw.
Your yard has to be spotless before you can even build a chicken coop.
Have to have a run,
You have
your
to.
fence has to be in good repair.
Mhm. Chris?
Yeah, thanks, Virgil. Yeah, in talking about it with the corporate officer there, we kind of brainstormed a few things and thought that, yeah, that using, you know, the application for the chicken license would include an inspection, you know, by the bylaw officer, the animal control officer for general cleanliness of the property. And I was joking with Councilor Smith before the meeting, that, you know, we don't want somebody using an old derelict car with chicken
No.
wire duct tape to it as the makeshift
No.
chicken coop. It has to be something
Being
about it.
modified.
Yeah, so we'll definitely come up with some guidelines around that.
For the permit.
The other one I just wanted to remind council of, maybe for the benefit of the camera there as well, that tonight's decision, I think, is to direct us to get the paperwork going. It doesn't mean to members of the public that
That
they're
they
good to
have to
go
go
tomorrow.
by. No.
Yeah, so,
No, we have to get the bylaw all prepared
And the permit.
and permits and zoning.
And the bylaw should be inspected
I'll do a motion
at any time.
to do the zoning.
To, first motion would be
To have
that we're going to
chickens.
go ahead with chickens?
Yeah, well, no, they can't get chickens yet.
No,
No, but that they'll be allowed.
that you are in
If
favor of
there's
chickens
regulations to have
proceeding in
chickens.
poops?
Yeah.
Okay,
Chickens are proceeded to the coos until, but we can't have them until the bylaws and everything are
Poultry proceeding in coops.
poultry. Mr. Beebe?
Anything rent
second,
from these businesses,
What do you want?
they don't have
So if anybody rents it,
Second.
Sandy, if anybody rents the chickens, that lady has to have a business license. If she's gonna
Who's
rent,
seconding?
I'll second it, I'll second it.
Yeah.
we're all seconding it.
No,
We all want it, we all want these.
Get the book.
Except for-
So now if they're considered a pet in the village, do they have to be licensed and?
Yes, they have to be licensed.
Okay.
We already discussed this, they have to have bow tie licenses.
Ribbons, the girls, not bow ties.
The girls. Yeah, girls wear bow ties.
And do they have to wear pajamas with a specific temperature, like little flower, you've seen that?
Onesies, please.
Chris?
Just to let council know too, we've, you know, Sandy and I were talking, and there's a few bylaws we're probably gonna have to touch and amend to make this work. If we do have to do any work to the zoning bylaw, that one comes with some statutory requirements in terms of notice and public consultation and stuff, so I'm kinda crossing my fingers that we can make it work within the zoning bylaw existing right now. But just to let you guys know, if there's gonna be something that holds up the process a little bit, it might be that, so.
Best guess, worst, or best case, worst case.
Best case, probably 2 months. Worst case, it might be October.
Well, nobody's gonna be able to go for it until next year anyways, right?
Yeah,
Too
but
late.
still, you know, these
And-
guys did a commendable job.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah, for sure. So we'll get
Kudos.
cracking on it as quickly as we can. Part of the struggle with that, although the ace we have up our sleeves right now is the provinces, the M motion 139, I forget exactly what it was, but where we can do the 1 to 4th reading right in the same meeting, so that's good. But coming into July and August, we only have 1 meeting per month. So we'll have to tackle them in those meetings, so.
There's
Or
also
a
added
special
legis-
meeting.
Yes.
we're also
Special
adding,
meeting we can have.
added legislation regarding consultations that came into play while you were gone.
Yeah, okay.
So we could have special meetings too.
We could,
Yeah.
so, yeah, if it's just to approve a bylaw that you guys are otherwise okay with, then, you know, that's a 10-minute lunchtime special meeting.
So am I gonna be held in conflict of interest for selling chickens next year?
You're going from the lemonade stand to the chicken.
All in favor?
Any opposed that want to be
Any
noted?
opposed? And then we have a letter 9.14 from Nadine Gagnon. I understand that she picked up some trees that I received from the Swan Lake Enhancement Society. You guys had a chance to read this? I feel no, because that is Mr. Nodes' property. That's his property, he takes care of that property. She can't guarantee that she's gonna take care of that property. No.
Well, did you
I would be
have-
upset if someone decided to come and plant trees on my boulevard.
Sorry, Your Worship, maybe just a point of clarification. It is the village's property, but the
They still have to
bylaw,
maintain it.
the previous council's bylaw requires the property owner to maintain the
Yep.
portion of the village's right-of-way that is in front of their property, so, yeah. So it's our.
Well, it is
property
ours, but he
ownership
has to
thing.
maintain it.
Yeah, correct.
So, and if he has to maintain it, he should have to say if the trees are there or not. So I'm pretty sure he doesn't want trees there because he wants it as easy as possible to mow it.
Well, and also sort of the visibility of his yard is not.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
not, yeah, he needs the visibility. Ken, do you have anything to say about this?
My boss is wise.
He's very wise. So, no. All in favor?
Motion to say no.
Motion to say no?
Seconder.
I'll second it.
Thank you.
Request is not granted.
Request is not granted.
All in
All in favor? Okay. Resolutions none, bylaws none, administration reports. Chris is
Thank you.
here.
I was
You have
on-
anything to add to it?
No, I was on holidays when the agenda was drafted up, so I sent council out a quick update first thing Monday morning there. Other than adding to that, one of the action items over on the action item sheet was to ask Northwinds Wellness Center to take a look at the gate and their fencing. I did get an email that they have fixed all of that now, so it'll be one other thing to.
Says complete.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just.
And then the sidewalk, we dealt with the sidewalk? The sidewalk, we dealt with that? The email, we dealt with that?
Oh, yeah, I went and took a look this afternoon at the sidewalk. I'd forgotten when I wrote you guys the email, there were 3 trees in the boulevard that had to come down in order to make the sidewalk happen too, so that, you know, we'll have.
And that's on homeowner's land? right?
No, it's on our right of way, but they're fairly nice big spruce trees. So I'll have to have direct discussions with that property owner to see what we can do to sort of make that work. But there's no way to put the sidewalk in. The trees are literally directly in the path of the sidewalk.
So the middle or off to the side?
Yeah, right. They literally be right in the middle of it.
And you talked to the other homeowner?
No, not yet. When I walked by his house, we were
Okay. So,
it's a shame those things have to come down.
We got any response?
can we plant them somewhere else?
They're big to the point where they can't be dug up. They're dinner plate size spruce.
And so well taken care of.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
We're wanting to put trees and now we have it.
Yeah.
But a sidewalk is safety.
Well, hopefully the residents is in agreement with us, that we don't have to just go over there and do it. That would be nice if we were over there and did it. We need 100% of the residents to agree, do you not?
No.
Well, I don't want. I want 100%.
No. And something like that, because it's Council Boulevard and the overlying objective is safety of the kids walking to school, there are trees, folks, and you can absolutely do whatever needs to be done in order to meet your construction objectives.
So, do a motion?
Nope, nothing like that.
There's no, right?
The shingles sale, how's that going? The shingles sale?
How's that going, Sandy? You see,
It's finished.
It's done.
It's over now?
Nope, we're still 4. Go.
4 out of 6. Yeah. Prices ranging from 150 to 225 bucks, and I think the final
Total was
tally.
825 or 855
Yeah.
for the food bank.
How much?
825 or 855.
Well, that's good. That's nice.
Donation.
Ryan?
How's Blair's office? He's all set up there?
He's getting there. He's getting there.
He's getting there. He's looking at installing a window in it, just so that he's got some daylight and, well, it's in the process of being installed, yeah.
He's in a closet, basically, isn't he?
No, he actually has
No.
a bigger office than he had.
Yeah,
He's in the process of doing the window right now?
yeah, just so that there's some there's actually no daylight window in that upstairs space. There's a window that overlooks the engine bay, but nothing upstairs, so to put a little bit of fresh air and get him some natural light up there. There's a door that's going in, and then the internet and the electrical's all been done. We're just waiting for the desks and.
And where's the HKA on that, or whatever you call it?
Well, I emailed for another one today, but when I talked to him a week and a half ago, he said approximately 14 days out of Kamloops because they're having staffing issues and with COVID.
Who wants to go for a road trip?
I believe they're in transit, so just, and Damien's okay. Damon and I have been talking, it's okay, we're good. We're good. Damien's quite all right with everything, the way it is.
Well, I guess no road trip, Chris.
No.
We heard anything about the grad banners?
So everything has been donated and everything. Now we're just waiting for them to complete them and put them up. They're gonna be going up along 8th Street. Where all the hockey ones are, I believe those are all coming down. That's all gonna be grants all along there.
Can I have added to this action item is the Scoopy signage that we have that's electronic. I see it's not there anymore, but I don't know where it went.
Who's to be signage that's electronic?
The electrical, the sticker tape one?
The one that's the schools?
Yeah,
That's
it's
ours.
there.
No, that's ours.
No,
That's
that's
what
the
it's
schools.
behind the buildings.
No, that's the tax.
It's still there.
I thought I'd seen it be.
No, it's in behind the buildings. You just can't
Yeah,
see it.
it's right between the two portals. You can see a little bit of it still. They haven't moved it yet.
Yeah, Courtney will.
I heard from him yesterday, but not on that topic, so I'll bring it up again. Along with the ducting.
The ducting?
Ducting. Vents.
Dirty stuff.
Vents.
What's that noise?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a special, capital special program. So the post office hot water tank hasn't been upgraded yet?
I believe it has.
Has?
Yeah, there was some work that was done on that a few weeks ago. I think, I'll double check with them.
Okay. And the siding then will start when, Chris?
We actually had intended to start the siding the week before I went on holidays, but the weather got kind of nasty. We're going to start with just hosing it down and blowing off all the old paint stuff. I did have a conversation with the pastor of the church, let him know that that was going to be happening. We thank council for doing that and helping us spruce up the buildings. But summer students are all on board, so that should be happening here.
They're gonna do it?
And
No, it's gonna be, well, it's gonna be one of our senior staff members and one of the summer students in all likelihood, so we're gonna rent a Zoom lift and go around.
so the hydrant upgrades, do we have the parts now?
I'll have to speak to the director and see if those have been ordered. That was basically just an order of some spare hydrant parts that we were missing.
I'm hoping that it's gonna be nicer in the summer, and maybe I can get a few hydrants.
I was just gonna bring that up, that popped into my mind too. There's still a few of the hydrants from the painting project last year
That need to be done.
yeah, that are white.
Donna's been busy. Donna's been,
They totally understand, yeah.
Well, no, it was the weather. And the two that are over by the school were supposed to be done by the library.
Oh,
And they kept saying, they didn't realize that I told Loran that the paint was down at my house and they could go get it anytime they wanted to. Well, Loran forgot to tell Courtney.
And it's supposed to rain this week.
So yeah, long story short, those are good to go whenever the volunteers start time.
Yeah.
So in our video, they were out filming the other night, so it's going good. Yeah. Okay. Councilor's calendar. Have you got that Zoom thing figured out, Barb?
No. I talked for half an hour with some other guy from some other municipality that wasn't even northern BC, and he couldn't get the log either. And finally, when I got on, I got only by a phone call, and they just said, "Oh, we have corn. We don't need you." I was with PO,
Oh, wow.
and I told Brad about it.
Did you watch that one town? Remember what it is, Cindy? The name of the town that did the Zoom and yeah, not good.
You got hacked or something?
No, not good. Father's Day's the 21st. Okay, reports. 13.1, Councilor.
Anyway, we're going to go out there, working on getting safe, and we have a meeting next Thursday. Maybe we try to do a safe meeting.
Is all the stuff up there for the kids? All the plastic and stuff? For the kids to be separated?
She's still working on that.
Councilor Smith.
I was only signing authority for Community Futures for Nell and that. But I do have a question for council. I received an email, didn't get it replied to in a timely manner about a vote to open the park. And you had mentioned in the email that you would ratify it at the next meeting, and I see nothing here. And by the time I replied back to it, the decision had already been made. So I'm bringing that up.
So you were opposed to the parks being open?
To the playground.
I wanted to discuss it at council meeting. But that's not the point. The point is it said that we would ratify that motion because we were voting by email. And I don't see anything in the agenda about ratifying the
Because
motion.
the agenda was put together last Friday.
Last
The
Thursday.
emails or last Thursday,
Thursday,
the emails will be put on the next agenda so people are aware of why, how it happened.
Oh, I thought that would be a late item
I
because the
may have
decision
actually
was
said-
made.
Yes, I may have actually said that in the email here, let me
Yes.
go double check.
So then we can clarify that and put that in the agenda so people can see it? All the late items attached?
Yes. yeah.
I assumed it would go on the next agenda because of Thursday. The agenda was out for Thursday or Friday. But those emails have to be put on the agenda because the taxpayers need to know what we're doing all the time.
Yeah.
And I think that's very, very important
If,
that we are open and transparent.
If council would like a motion to include those into the minutes, would get them on the minutes for.
Okay, Barb makes that motion.
Well, we should have that discussion.
Section.
Yeah, I'll second.
I would think so.
Okay.
I'll third it.
So let's have this discussion since we're on Barb's report and go ahead.
I just felt like I was not included after the fact, that especially when it said we'd be ratified, and I didn't see it in my late items, so that's why I'm asking.
Okay. Okay.
No, so what is your opinion with regards to opening up the playground?
That's a good question. There's no place to wash their hands, but you went ahead and opened it, it's open now, and under there, it's your own risk. I don't see a problem with that. But I thought it'd be nice to discuss it.
UV rays have been proven to kill the COVID-19. So,
But there is no place to wash their hands.
They never had to wash their hands
Kids
before.
aren't gonna wash.
No, no, but we're not in the middle of a pandemic.
No.
That's the parents' responsibility. If they want to take their kid to the park, they take the wipes. They take whatever they need necessary to have their kids play in that park.
I agree, but we did have it closed, so that's the discussion.
grandmas are gonna,
Spit is COVID-19.
I just had a conversation with a gentleman, over by the park. Oh, I'll take this after that. Are you done, Bert?
Yes. Maureen?
Nothing, you're not gonna brag about
a motion, okay.
Oh, yes, I do have a summer student for the museum, and I'd like to thank you.
I'd like to make the motion then that council officially open up the parks of the playgrounds of the community and have that recognized as a motion passed by council.
I'll second.
All in favor?
2 meetings. Yesterday was a wonderful meeting, productive meeting with Courtesy Matters.
So how many rigs do they have from?
None in BC, they're all racked.
You're doing a pad right on the end of the old Gonzalez place between A1 Auto, right
Right?
in Canada.
Is there a drilling rig on there now?
They're putting a pad in there with 4, 6, I don't know.
Where, Bert?
Right beside A1 Auto, right on that Lisa Bales, right on the corner, 4 corners.
Yeah.
Right,
Which contractor's putting that on? Go to that. Sorry, hold on. Other than that, you know, they seem to be a group,
Community-minded.
community-minded, right? And mindful of their role in the community. Like, you know, they're here as guests and employees and members of the communities.
What
and
about
all.
their employees parking on the roads? How would they feel about that?
I'm sorry,
Their employees park on the road.
here in Coos?
Yeah. They have employees that park on the road. And I'm just wondering how they would feel about that.
Well, I would think they would have to be,
Because we do have a bylaw, right? It says 24 hours that a truck
And
must
it's
be.
company vehicle?
Yep.
These
okay, so
trucks-
these are residents that are parking on the road as opposed to in their driveway is what
Yeah.
you're talking about? Okay. So, and the best thing there is just to speak to the individual. I don't think that's.
We have a rep.
Well, yeah, I'd be happy to bring it up if you want to give me any information. But come on now, we're not gonna get an employee in trouble.
No,
No.
but you also, never mind.
Well, no, the goal of courtesy matters.
The
If
goal
there's
is to
an
keep
issue,
the
we
trucks
can-
off the roads
we can
for the
bring it up.
emergency vehicles, right?
Yep,
That is
absolutely.
the goal. I drove down here today.
Yeah.
This road here today, because I was up visiting a friend. I could barely get through with my truck. I cannot imagine with the fire truck or the ambulance having to get down the street.
I saw 2 tractor trailers parked on the highway here, one on each side, and they're both having a wonderful conversation. What a bottleneck that created. You see all kinds of stuff, but, you know,
We have a
Yeah, but
gravel
that
truck
street,
that parks
that street over there is really narrow to start
on
with.
51st Street, right by the school. Yeah, just residents,
so,
50 seconds
the,
where I am. He's up on.
I'll be happy to follow up on that anyway. Peace River Sub-Regional Committee today, and that was quite interesting. And there's gonna be more to come on that. Stay tuned, because it's gonna get exciting.
Barb was pretty excited.
She was.
My report, again, I had a regional district meeting and I had a sub-regional meeting today. And, yeah, still tax time. But, there's something else I talked to you about.
The park,
Okay.
some additions for the park.
Oh, that's right. So I was standing there talking to this gentleman that had his kids in the park. And I struck up a little conversation with the little boy there. And I said, do you think there's anything that this park would need? And he said, yes, he needs a tire swing and some monkey bars. And I said, how about you write a letter to mayor and council? And then I struck up a conversation with the dad and the mom or girlfriend, I'm not too sure, is also going to the college as a care aide and was unaware of our grant system at the regional district, so I enlightened that. So yeah, oh, I'm expecting that letter.
Which park are you talking about? Oh, the one right beside us.
Yeah,
My playground,
they were playing in the park tonight, so I said, are you enjoying the park? Yes.
My playground.
how did it become your playground?
Because I put all the money for the funding and I helped build the bad
We were all
It was council and.
Oh.
Yeah. So we have in-camera none,
We did the manual work.
advisory reports none.
Oh. To adjourn. Sorry.
I'd like to thank everybody for